The Bar Group, raising the bar in real estate. Your Lake Highlands, Lakewood, Preston Hollow pros. You can find them at thebargroup.com. Unparalleled customer service for your real estate needs. The Bar Group.
Coming through.
My guest, do you remember this hat? Do you see this hat? Do you see it?
I think so.
You don't remember this hat? In the cold days?
The one you always used to wear?
Best hat ever. That's right. Don't forget that. I guess I'll start this show here. It's cold, Joe. It's cold. It's very cold here. It's like 35 or I don't know. Remember those days? Yeah. Well, this my next guest. My next guest is had an amazing journey to pickleball. I first met him in 2005 or six, fifth or sixth grader, kindergarten. I don't know how old you were, but he's traveled. Yeah. Okay. He did hours of tennis with me and hundreds of kids traveling around the state of Texas back in the day. And he graduated high school. I stopped doing juniors and I lost touch with him, but his journey to pickleball is one that is near and dear to my heart. And I'll let you tell that story. But, oh, yeah, hey, listen, he really, really loves having our wings at Wingstop. Let me tell you all about that. It's Joe Sullivan. How are you, buddy?
Good, man. It's good to see you, Curtis.
Oh, you're good. It's all right.
Yeah, it's crazy after so much time. But, talk a little bit about what pickleball has done for me and kind of, what I've found through the game and through the community and
all right,
kind of where I'm at now.
Let's shoot these off for you, brother. When did you get into pickleball?
I found pickleball a little over a year ago, about a year and a half. I was playing a lot of kind of pickup tennis games, tennis matches with some friends and stuff. And some of the public courts were connected to some pickleball courts. Mm-hmm. And, we were always curious about what the hell they were doing over there. It was like a little bit slower and a little bit faster. And I don't know, one day we ended up picking up a paddle and, that was it. I instantly wanted to learn the game, learn the strategy, and start to train and start to play tournaments and all that. And it was kind of like an instantaneous thing. I found the game and I instantly fell in love.
So why? For how you're 29, you're still young. You're young. So just tell us from a 29-year-old Californian, where are you at right now, by the way?
I'm in California at the Palm Desert Resort Country Club, tennis and pickleball.
Nice.
Got a lot going on.
Sweet.
28 courts.
Dude, 28 pickleball courts?
Yeah, 28 dedicated courts and 7 tennis courts.
So wow, you said you just fell in love automatically. Was it just the feel of it? What was it? Be kind of let the listeners know.
I think it was something new, but it was something that felt really familiar at the same time. And once I started to go to the public courts more and more, I started to meet people and started to see how social it was and how easy it was to just kind of show up at the park and play pickleball or play sports for 3 hours with people that I've known for 30 minutes. And by the end of the day, we all feel like good friends. Yeah. And I loved that kind of aspect of the game. And, with the tennis background, I started to see that, I'm not too bad. I can maybe get good at this. And, from there, I've really started to train and really put a lot of hours in trying to play high-level pickleball.
So for our listeners that don't know who Joe is, Joe went to Coppell High School, and he had you went through the ranks of junior tennis with me. You got to super champs, I believe, and did really, really well at that, which all that stuff's changed now. Now it's all category. But he was really good at coming in. He just didn't finish well, but with regards to that first volley, but we're not going to go there. So I'm just saying he does have a good hand-eye coordination with regards to that. So what can you give us an example of, do you have a junior program there, or do you have is it how's the junior program? What's the bigger program, adult, senior, or junior?
We have a juniors tennis program, but in terms of pickleball, we don't have a lot of kind of adolescents, but we have a pretty decent sized young adult men and women that are playing.
Yeah.
We have probably 10 or 15 4-5 5-0s that are all kind of actively training, and so kind of playing at the lower levels. But we have a lot. Our primary demographic is kind of that 50 to 55 range, but we have a really good mix over here, which I love. We have a lot of different people.
So with you, and obviously these questions are all objective. I'm not, whatever you say is not going to be like, oh, he said this. But do you think that when the older people, when the 50s, 60s get older, it used to be called I'm almost 50, so whatever. But someone defined it as a joke a few months back as an old person sport. And you're a 29-year-old 5-0 player in Southern California. What do you think?
I heard that a lot when I first started playing, but as the sport's growing, it's really becoming in everyone's sport. And if you watch some of these 19 plus and pro pickleball, like, this is not an old person sport anymore. It's getting quicker, it's getting faster, it's getting more exciting, it's getting more intense. And I think as time goes on, the game's going to continue to grow and new aspects are going to emerge, and we're going to see things go in a really cool direction. And I also think with MLP and with the merger and everything going on with the PPA and APP, like, things are really starting to.
So for our listeners, Joe, can you kind of tell them what the PPA is and the APP is, or APA you were talking about there a second ago?
Yeah, the PPA and APP are the two professional leagues in pickleball. The PPA is kind of probably the bigger one. The APP is more secondary, but they both have some of the best pros in the world.
What is PP? Is it Pickleball Professional Association, right? What's the APA?
Professional Pickleball Association, and the APP is the Association of Pickleball Professionals.
Okay, very good. Sweet. Well, that's good. Yeah, that isn't. Did you watch the draft last night?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Did you?
Crazy.
Yeah, I rolled out the first one was Ann Lee Waters, right? Some of those second and third round people I saw. Wow, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be. I got to be quite honest with you, and it's no disrespect, obviously, to either one of those, but I think these ratings I'm seeing. I thought players would be, just from what I've seen, would be higher than some were and some lower than they were. That just shows you the depth of that league, right?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's insane.
That they have to choose from is nuts, especially now that the PPA is going to be those PPA signed players are going to be a part of the MLP now. That really is going to shake things up. Yeah,
so we're going to talk that, but I'll probably lose the job if I start talking about that down here. But the point is, I had a show earlier and I talked about it a little bit, but I really am impressed in seeing the depth of I thought some players would be way up here and some would be down here, and there's some people I haven't had that pleasure of seeing too much. So, and they're higher up than the other ones, so that's kind of cool. Well, cool. So, what's your favorite thing? Singles, doubles, or mixed, Joe?
I think men's doubles is my favorite. I'm a big short game guy. Really take pride in my dinking and my ability to kind of put pressure that way.
Yeah.
So I think men's doubles is where I shine the most. I think some of my tennis comes out in singles and mixed as well, but I think men's doubles is what I'm the best at.
So do you have a pro you work with out there that's a mentor of yours, kind of like I think I was, which is awesome?
Yeah. I have a couple coaches that I've been working with actively.
Name drop, bro. Name drop. Uh-oh. His face is frozen. Oh, there we go. Oh. Coming back, bro. You're coming back. There we go. I feel like I'm doing some type of narcotic.
Yeah, I've been working this past summer especially.
You cut out. Start over, bro.
We've done a lot of good work together. Am I here?
Yeah, you start over. Just stop moving for a second, and then we'll get you back here. He's talking about his current pros that he takes from or that he's working with. Just tell him again, because they're on one of the tours, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't played on the tour in about a year, but he's been doing a lot of commentating for the PPA and Morgan Evans. I think he was on the draft last night too.
Wow. Let's get him on.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of work with him. He kind of has been where I want to go. You know, he's been number one in the world. He's won nationals at the pro level. And, you know, so we've done a lot of work this summer, and I'm working with a woman that I do a lot of drilling with during the week. Her name's Barbara Wise. And, you know, she's 5'0". She plays senior pro. She's amazing. And, yeah, you know, I think that's been a really important, is working with who knows the game better than me, and you can take a look at my mechanics and the way I'm moving and things like that, and kind of break things down for me and help me grow as a player.
You hated doing technique back in the day, dude. Oh my gosh.
I hated running. I was a little brat as a junior.
Well, anyway, so I really want to thank you for giving an invite to those two pros onto our show here. Right. Yeah. See, that's so nice. Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. He's gonna make it happen. I know he will, Joe. That's cool. That's fun, man. I mean, it's an inaugural season and of this, and I think it's gonna be fun to go with, especially if they keep the stands as close as they are. All right, so you've been playing for a while. So the next question is, of all your endeavors, pickleball, so far, what's your current focus right now?
Say that one more time. Besides pickleball?
Everything's pickleball. Tell us about what you're doing for your pickleball right now. What are you working on?
Oh, okay. So right now I'm been doing a lot of kind of drill sessions and transition work. I have a tournament in January. I'm playing 5'0", 19 plus at the PPA Masters.
Nice.
That's going to be here in town.
Okay.
So I'm kind of gearing up for that.
Do you have a partner? You playing mixed or doubles? What are you playing?
I'm playing mixed doubles 4-5, and then I'm playing 5-0 men's.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just kind of preparing for that. I've been doing some practice sessions with my partner and stuff like that. So I feel pretty good about that. It's me and my partner's first time playing together. So this is his first time playing 5-0. So we'll see. But he's a good player. I feel good about it.
All right. Well, hey, listen. So let's see here. So now let's touch on your story, your family, stuff like that, and what your journey is to get you to Southern California, and what happened, and or where do you want to do? Go with it, and Pal Pickleball is a part of it, Joe.
Absolutely. So after finished juniors, I kind of stopped tennis altogether. And when I got into high school, I kind of hit like a little bit of a dark patch in my life, and I got into a lot of trouble, and I got into drugs, and I got into a lot of kind of bad behavior, and I kind of went off the path and tennis and pickleball is something I went back to after I kind of straightened up and figured things out for myself. And tennis and pickleball have been the biggest outlet for me, and I think the pickleball community and just having something to go and play and go and do and run around and wear myself out. And I don't know what I would do if I didn't have pickleball and I didn't have friends and I didn't have something to train for and to work towards.
Yeah, like I told you, man, you gotta have a schedule. Do you remember that? You hated it. But listen, so tell us about your family, man. I think is all your family in California now? Who all's there?
Oh no, just me.
Just you? What? Where's your siblings at?
Oh, my siblings are in, and then my parents are out in Laguna Woods.
Nice. And where's Will and what's your sister's name again? Allie. What's her name?
Annie.
Annie. Yeah, where's she at?
They're both like North Hollywood area.
And yeah, she's trying to do acting and stuff. Isn't she doing pretty good at that?
Yeah, she's gotten into some commercials. She's gotten into some like little stuff, and yeah, she's gotten into some things. I think she's like in a pilot or something right now. So they're trying to sell. They filmed some pilot and they're trying to sell it to Netflix or something like that.
Sweet, dude. Well, I'll be a guest. I'll be a guest appearance on that. Okay, bro. All right.
Throw the Curtis Campbell in there.
So, what's your favorite turn? Again, this is a tricky question for you pickleballers, and hopefully I'll be there one day when I start playing more. What is your favorite place to play a tournament? And obviously, I have to say this because everybody's like, "What do you mean? I don't want to say one place stinks, the other one's bad, the other one's good." At the moment, what's the greatest feeling that you've played? Where, and tell us about it.
So my favorite tournament I've ever played, basically.
Thus far, and your favorite place to play.
I think one was the Duper Waterfall event at the Newport Beach Tennis and Pickleball Club.
Say it one more time.
That,
you cut out, bro. Sorry. Say it one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now go again, bro.
I think my favorite tournament was the Duper Waterfall event in Newport Beach at the Newport Beach Tennis and Pickleball facility.
Mm-hmm. Nice. It
was that first Duper tournament where we did that like Duper Waterfall thing, and me and my partner won it, and they had a $1,600 prize for the amateur payout. So
nice.
we went home with $1,600.
Did you do the split? Whoever won the most points got the most off the spread, or what?
Yeah, you played like a round robin at your Duper level.
Yeah.
And so we played with like 12 other 4-5s, and we won. And they paid us $1,600 in a check. It was amazing. So
tell us what Duper means to our listeners and pros that are tuning in right now. What was the DUPR? What does all it stand for?
I think it's Dynamic Universal Pickleball Rating. And it's just one of the newer pickleball rating systems that they developed, and they pull all their information from pickleball tournaments. So they more or less pick all the tournaments and events that you played, and they run it through an algorithm, and it generates a rating for you.
Oh, cool.
And they base the rating off who you played, the skill level of your opponents, what level you're playing at, and other different factors like that. And I think out of everything so far, this is the best and most accurate. And I don't know, a lot of people feel the same. I think this is the best solution in terms of rating.
That's great.
I hope
Well, that's great, man. It's good to hear that. That's the stuff that I need to hear, man. You're on the forefront there on the West Coast, baby. West Coast living. So Duper rating from Mr. Joe Sullivan. I love it, man. So we're gonna go to a new segment, my friend. Oh, I'm sorry. What is your favorite shot, bro?
Favorite shot? I have to go inside out forehand.
Your what?
The inside out misdirect forehand.
Oh, nice. The short one or the one back at the baseline?
It's at the kitchen line. It's like I'm taking a dink out of there. It's like a no look.
Yeah, a no look.
Flip.
Yep. Yeah. That's gone there. That's impressive. That's funny you should ask, Joe. My favorite shot's the offensive lob at the kitchen line, bro. Thank you so much for asking, bro. That really hits one right to the heart, bro.
Hey, Curtis, what's your favorite shot, bro?
Oh, me?
Offensive lob. Okay, I dig that. I respect
that. Yeah. So anyway, I've had a guest on. He was talking about at one point in time, we used to do Calcuttas back here in the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s for pros and pro-ams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And this one guy said they had a members put in $300 into a pot. He said it was lined up like for like days on end. They played, and whoever won got the $300 or divvied up. It's a pretty cool story. But I like that story. I like that story you said about the $600 you got at that. What do you call it? The Duper 6 rating, or what do you call it?
Yeah, the Duper Waterfall tournaments.
Waterfall. Okay. All right. So this segment is called.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. You're good.
All right, brother. So this is our inaugural. This is not our inaugural. Sorry, man. This is a segment called In the Kitchen. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah,
I can tell you're impressed. Thanks, bro. So anyway, I'm just so right now, I'll ask you a question, and I'll answer it first. So you maybe think of something. It could be anything you want, anything from you right now or 1 minute ago, or if you think like me 5 seconds ago, which you do think like me, so 5 seconds ago. Is my favorite band and song right now is I'm listening to Social Distortion, which, you know, I like them, if you remember that. And the song, ironically enough, was Highway 101, which is on Love, Sex, and Rock Roll that came out in 2008, I believe, or four. Sorry. Go, brother.
Favorite song? Oh, man.
What are you cranking in your buds right now when you walk onto the court?
Cage the Elephant.
Yes.
Back Against the Wall.
Yes. Little Rage Cage. I went and saw Cage the Elephant and Spoon and Beck at a concert at the Dos Equis Pavilion a couple years ago. It was a good show. All right, so what's your favorite movie or binge series? You know, what's your favorite movie or bench series? Mine right now is I'm going to go with this show called, I wouldn't say Seinfeld, but I said that a lot. But I'm still watching Seinfeld, so I'm going to do that because you can't not watch Seinfeld right now.
Can't go wrong with Seinfeld. Me and my girlfriend were watching House of Dragons. We
Nice.
just watched the last episode of that. That was pretty sick.
Uh-huh. Oh, is that the HBO Max thing, or is that the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's that little Game of Thrones spinoff.
Is it good? You like it, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even finish Game of Thrones.
It's
so,
terrible.
But
Oh, fuck.
Pick up this, watch it. It was pretty good. It was cool.
Like The Walking Dead. Starts great, but I wouldn't even finish it, man.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last season of that either. I watched everything else except for the last season.
I think I watched up to the one where Rick dies, but then I stopped because it's just kind of like built. You can't kill the guy off. He started the whole entire horse and walking around there in Atlanta. You know what I mean? He's got to end on that damn horse in Atlanta. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's go to your favorite sports team. Obviously, mine is the Chiefs and the Rangers and the Dallas Stars. Talk to me.
Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Mavericks.
There you go, a little Mavs fan.
Huge fan and Mavs, of course.
Did you see my Insta post? Dirk was in studio a while back.
With Dirk, yeah, I did see that, dude.
He's a nice man.
How'd you meet him?
He came in the studio and did a show with the Mom Game, which is an amazing show that we have on here as well.
How cool!
Wait, hold on. Did you say you have a girlfriend? Someone puts up with you? Shut up.
Yeah.
That's insane. So, what's your favorite? You said okay. So, what's your favorite pet? Oh, I know what yours is.
My favorite pet dog. I have a lab and blue heeler.
What are their names?
She's the cool dog.
What are their names?
So yeah, her name's Emma.
Oh, yeah, I thought she was two. I'm sorry. Oh, she have a mix. Awesome. Okay, yeah, we got a Havanese and a Labradoodle, and their name's Chief and Gus, and they're pretty hilarious. All right, we're going deep here. So, what's one thing that nobody knows about you that's funny or unique, or whatever you think that people would be? Oh, wow, I never would have thought that. Mine is going to be I'm OCD about making beds or pallets when I'm traveling, or for kids.
Okay.
That's weird, but you got to sleep comfortably. Otherwise, the tournament sucks. Everything sucks. What's yours?
Mine would be I am really weird about washing my hands.
Oh,
I wash my like 15, 20 times a day.
I forgot about that. Oh God. Well, hey, look, man, this is a wrap up. But so hey, if you said, tell us where you're at again. You're at what club or resort? What are you at again?
We're at the Palm Desert Resort or Country Club's tennis and pickleball facility. Our website is Tennis and a Pickle, like tennis pickle. But yeah, we got 28 dedicated courts, and
that's how they can
awesome.
That's how they can get in touch with that facility. Maybe reach out to you, huh? All right. Well,
what's that?
They could probably if they wanted to reach out to you or some of your pros or maybe train someone. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody will look you up. They can reach you there, huh?
Yeah, if there's anybody that's in the Coachella Valley that wants to play pickleball or wants a cool place to play,
come see Joe. Come see Joe at the Palm Resort.
So
you think you want to come back on sometime next year and just kind of maybe you're playing with the big dogs and stuff like that? You think you want to come back on?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, hopefully next year. That's the goal. Is next year
you'll do
at some point play pro.
I know you'll do it. I've seen you do stuff like that. But anyway, so, I'll tell you what. I can be reached at Curtis at ReeseBrackettSports.com. Check out the website, my website, or you can check out Insta or Facebook or whatever. If you have questions or want to be on the show or sponsor a segment, I would really appreciate it. And so would Joe from Southern California. But, Joe, man, thanks for coming. And I love your story. And that's why I wanted you on. And anybody has a story or something like that, email me there or that's how to get in touch with me. And we might see if we can talk about it. So, Joe, thanks a bunch, man. Tell your parents happy holidays. And love you, buddy. See you, man.
Thank you, Curtis.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care, man.
Coming through.